Hello everyone, this is Neopanos. I'm here with a Deus Ex Mankind Divided playthrough. But instead of the main story, we'll be doing Jensens stories, which are basically side missions to the main game. But it does also talk about plot points and things like that. So you may want to avoid playing Jensens stories until you've completed the main story of Deus Ex Mankind Divided itself. Um, Breach is just an online game, which is pretty fun. But for this set of videos, we'll be focusing on Jensens stories. So I'll go in here, and here's the preview for the first one.
Nice work with the train, Chang, but we got another problem. A bomb scare. Can't get into Tarvos until it's resolved.
I've been to that office before. They're in the middle of building an access area connected to the station.
I'll be breaking into the offices of a security company. Think they'll thank me for identifying flaws in their defenses?
Yeah, probably not. The Tarvos officer had a high-tech device on him, the kind you'd need a lieutenant's blessing to use.
I'll speak to the lieutenant here, see what he knows.
Okay, so that basically lays out the mission for you. I'll be doing this on easy, and we'll start off with a couple conversations. Pay attention to the second one, because I'll be trying to convince the character to give up more the girl to give up more information than she normally would. Okay, but for this intro part, we'll be talking to Chang, who you may remember from the main story of Mankind Divided.
Jensen! Oh, good. I'm glad I caught you. You remember that bombing you were in?
Are you trying to be funny?
No. What am I saying? Of course you do. I am seriously out of shape. I just sprinted the whole way here, and,
Chang, get to the point.
Right. You know the corrupted footage from the train station? The distorted images that pointed us in the direction of Ark?
What about it?
There's a woman who works at Ruzicka Station. Apparently, she's been trying to get in touch with Interpol. She says she has info on the security footage and wants to meet someone about it.
Seems like something we should have known about earlier. What's Miller saying about this?
Miller's not saying anything, because I didn't talk to him about it. Yet.
We keeping things from the bosses now, Chang?
Only the ones who keep things from us. This woman, she sounded jumpy to me. If she knows who the bomber was, Jensen, something tells me you should try getting to her before anybody else does.
Where is she?
Waiting in the back alley on Stur Street. Her name is Pavla Kilmanovic.
All right, I'll see what she knows. Pavla Kilmanovic?
Sakra, you are augmented. I not think they send... Yes, I am. You are with Interpol, yes?
At the moment. I'm told you have information on the train station attack.
Yes. No. Maybe. I work there, at Ruzicka Station, in surveillance room. I was not there when bombs blow up. My shift did not started yet. But I am on my way, and when I hear explosions, I must go to see, to find out if my colleagues... There is so much devastation.
Go on.
A man from Tarvos arrived. Says he is investigating crime scene and I should give him access to Intellicam servers.
Tarvos? They're a private security company. They shouldn't be investigating a terrorist attack.
You are right, I know. I should not have given him access, but I not think clear. I think only of my colleagues. Later, real police show up and find data is corrupt. I know Tarvos man damaged it somehow.
You've done the right thing, coming forward with this. But I'd like to get a better sense of the time frame. How long after the explosions did this Tarvos man show up?
Men? There were 3 of them. But only one go into server room. I cannot give you exact time. On one side, it feel like hours. On other, only minutes. Emergency people have been there some time, but police not start ordering every people around yet.
Did anyone else see these men?
No, no one else see. I think. I mean, no. No, I swear. No one else see them. Just me. I...
It's okay. We're just having a friendly conversation here. And if you're trying to protect someone, I can help. As long as you tell me everything.
I'm not protect no one. But I thought maybe I could help them.
Who?
Tarvos man give me credit chip when I see real police coming and I know he lie about who he is. He say it is enough credits to help many victims of bombings, many of my colleagues. So I take it.
You took a bribe?
Yes. But my colleagues not want help. They tell me to call Interpol. You will arrest me now?
I'm with Interpol, not the police. And I'm hoping you'll remember more if I let you go.
Really? You let me go? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Just be sure to call Interpol again if you think of anything else. Ask for Agent Chang.
The one I spoke to before. Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Chang, I spoke to Pavlik Ilmanovic. Looks like someone from Tarvos got access to Ruzika's and Telecam servers before the police.
Tarvos? What? You think they corrupted it? Why? Why would they do that, Jensen? I mean, I can't just call up Mr. Tarvos and ask, you know?
Leave the asking to me. They have a regional office in Prague, right?
Yeah, at Terminal Station. You need to take the metro to get there.
I'll let you know what I find out.
Oh, wait, Jensen. Terminal Station is on lockdown. Reports for why haven't come in yet, but let me work my magic. There. Just gave you access to a train. You should be able to get there with no problem now.
Okay, so that girl we just talked to, we used the Casey social augment to coax her L2 alpha into giving us more information than she normally would. It doesn't like impact the mission too much, but it does give you a little extra experience and kind of give you more of a insight into what's going on so far in this mission. Now our main goal is, once we get off this train, is to break into the station, find this lieutenant, and figure out what happened.
Hey, how did you get through the lockdown? No trains are supposed to stop here.
I'm with Interpol. I need to speak with someone in the Tarvos offices.
Well, I'm sorry, but there's a bomb scare going on outside. My lieutenant gave me strict orders not to let anyone through. You'll have to turn around or wait it out. Either way, I have a post to maintain.
Nice work with the train, Chang, but we got another problem. The lockdown here is due to a bomb scare. I can't get into Tarvos until it's resolved.
There is another way. I've been to that office before. They're in the middle of building an access area connected to the station. But if you use it...
I'll be breaking into the offices of a security company. Think they'll thank me for identifying flaws in their defenses?
Yeah, probably not. Especially if they're trying to cover up any involvement with ARC.
I'll reconnect when I've reached their command center. Jensen out.
So now that we've done the briefing, it gives us the practice points we can use. Number of things you can do, really. Personally, I'm just going to kind of play it safe. I pretty much know everything I'm going to need. But you don't need to get everything right away. I'm actually going to do... And we got the jump, so I think the cloak is the last one I really need to get. And we should be pretty much all set. With all this stuff, we can get everything done right here. Except the hacking. But we'll actually find Praxis points, or Praxis kits, while playing. So we'll use those and experience to build the hacking up. I like to keep 2 practice points just in case, you know, something goes where I don't see it going and I need, you know, to upgrade something. It shouldn't go that way though.
Služební hlášení. Metro bylo z bezpečnostních důvodů uzavřeno.
Okay, so
Postupujte prosím podle evakuačních
the microfabricator really comes in useful for this mission because basically we can take apart this stuff, create crafting parts, which we can then go over here and create multi-tools and Tesla cartridges and a number of other items. Oh, biocells, we may need one of those. But for the most part, we'll just be using the Tesla cartridges. And so, since I upgraded the Tesla coil, or Tesla arc, whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to, you know, anything like this, I'm just going to get rid of it right away.
A security lockdown is in effect. Please follow the evacuation
And turn it into
instructions
crafting parts. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can buy some Tesla cartridges. Okay. So we'll wait for this guy to walk back over and we should be able to get them both.
Služební hlášení. Metro bylo z bezpečnostních
And
důvodů
that's why I really don't like
uzavřeno.
the Tesla coil sometimes.
Postupujte prosím podle evakuačních pokynů
Does weird stuff like that.
či důstojníků Tarvosu. Za komplikace se hluboce omlouváme.
Luckily though, we got crafting parts, so we can do a bunch of this. And really just anything you're not using or don't want to use, as soon as you get it, you know,
Service advisory.
turn it into a crafting part. That way if you pick up a duplicate item, it won't add. Like, so if I, you know, pick up these bullets and then I go to another body and I pick up more bullets, it's just going to add, you know, however many I get to whoever, it's just going to add how many I get to what I had before. Whereas if we just go through and every time we get something we know we won't need and craft it, we'll actually be able to build more parts. It takes a little more time, of course, but it's ultimately worth it because you'll have a lot of crafting parts and you'll have a lot of stuff you can build if you get in trouble. Okay, and to be honest, I'm going to actually get rid of this grenade too. Basically anything lethal on this I'm going to get rid of. Okay, and we pick up this just because it'll help save us a little time with the door up ahead. But if you like building experience through hacking, you know, don't worry about it.
Metro bylo z bezpečnostních důvodů uzavřeno. Postupujte
Okay,
prosím
so now we're
podle
getting into the
evakuačních
facility.
pokynů staniční obsluhy či důstojníků Tarvosu. Za komplikace se hluboce omlouváme.
Confirmed. The turret in the maintenance bullet.
Could be something. Stay alert.
Oh man! I totally messed that up.
Downgrade aggression level. New position on primary.
You can punch through this wall if you pick these up, and you can punch through the wall. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a couple items if I can. Okay. Now I usually like going this way as opposed to through the punching the wall, because you actually use hacking a lot more through this. So using the one practice point to upgrade
Trace program
the punch through the wall really doesn't help, because and there's really not too much stuff you can punch through on this mission. Hacking is much more important. So to save the point for hacking is ideal as far as I'm concerned. So you always want to be, there's a turret up here, so if you don't deactivate that, just be careful, because that thing will light you up. Okay. I can't remember if there's anything down here, but I know once we get up here a little bit. Got some crafting parts here. Then once we jump up here, we have a multi-tool. And then when we jump up here, we're gonna want to be quiet.
Yes, I'm coming.
So, how's the Ranger moving?
I'm actually going to hit that. Makes it a lot simpler.
They should. Suit's balanced, completely reconfigured. Next week
Get that multi-tool.
Have a go around, would you? Let's test my ability.
Range 5 will be closed for maintenance for the next 24 hours.
So these guys are going to walk around a little bit. There we go. And if someone's looking at you like that, just activate the cloak real quick.
Will you relax?
Now we're doing pretty,
We were
in pretty
following
good
orders.
shape.
We didn't do anything wrong.
We're going to let these guys talk, and then once this guard without the hat
when he was in there.
starts walking, we're going to follow him.
We don't need an explanation. If we get into trouble, we'll just say the orders came from up high, which they did.
I'm not sure we were just following orders. We're holed up in court.
Trust me, we'll be fine.
Okay. Not even going to worry about him. This is our guy. Once he gets close enough to this, and it turns off like that, punch him. And then put him right in the way of the laser here. And that'll keep the laser from activating. So you can just move in and out of this area without any problems. And as far as I know, that guard isn't going to come back.
So we can clear the air
Okay.
and reevaluate how we can pose.
So we'll go to the infirmary here. Okay, that was a camera that almost caught me there. Okay, there we go. After a thorough review of the prey officers found one employee who has an internal augment, Elliot McCoy. The augment that he has is life-preserving one that aids his liver. He absolutely neglected to mention it. Surprisingly, was never caught during his initial hiring physical during the augments during the record of any crimes or violence. Given that this is a minor augment, I've documented it locally, but I've not forwarded it to Central Command. Augments this small are sometimes not even reported. I should inform you that because of the falsified records, he can be instantly terminated without the benefits. Tell me how you would like to proceed. Okay. Guess this is just a bunch of background info. Now, if you're smart, I'm guessing you can actually figure out the locker assignments, and then by that guy who has that liver, you can figure out who would have a Praxis kit in their locker. That's what I'm guessing. But I already know where it is, so I'll just show you. Well, I just want to like kind of give you a little heads up in case you want to do some detective work and didn't want to watch the next few minutes because of the spoiler with the Praxis kit. But as far as I know, there's 2 you can find during the playthrough. The first one will be in this locker, and the second one will be in the lieutenant's office. Okay, once we drop in here...
I'm at the command center.
Good timing. Miss Kilmanovic called again. Said the Tarvos officer had a high-tech device on him. The kind you'd need a request email and a lieutenant's blessing to use.
That means an order may have come from the top. I'll see what I can find out in the lieutenant's office.
His name's Whitaker, and if I'm right, his office will be up on the mezzanine.
So I actually got really lucky there because I didn't get caught. I'm going to close the door. And hopefully there's an EG switch here, but I'm guessing I'm not going to get that lucky. Okay. So I'm going to just throw these bodies. Break it down for crafting parts. Okay. Now I'll show you where the Praxis kit is real quick. Of course, there's a lot of useful stuff in these lockers.
General message.
So just keep that in mind. Okay, so here's the Praxis kit. It's in this G part. Okay. Now that we've got that, we can go up to the lieutenant. What I'm actually going to do is upgrade my hacking all the way. And I'll keep 1 Praxis kit for if I get in trouble here.
Men, this is Lieutenant Whitaker. These are trying times.
But all we're looking for here is a staircase to get upstairs.
Local police are investigating
like this.
something that may turn out to be a terrorist bomb.
See how many crafting parts we have here. Okay, we have enough to do another. And this should be all we need for this mission. 20. And then we have enough for multi-tool or biocell, which I'll actually make a biocell real quick too. Just so I have 2 extras. Or, 2. So disable that camera. This just makes it faster so you don't have to wait for the camera to do its normal scan type thing and then run through like Metal Gear Solid style.
Saw something. Stand by.
Hurry back.
So we'll just wait for him to come up to me. And punch him out.
Rush on primary. No. Command is still on lockdown.
Now we'll see what we can find.
Anomaly detected. Trace probe access granted.
Okay. Now, as soon as you're in here, you're locked into a conversation with him, no matter what. So we'll just do this.
Confirmed. That makes 4.
And I'm actually going to unlock the distance upgrade for the Tesla, see if I can...
Excellent. Noted.
Okay. There we go. Now we should have a little time to examine all the stuff in this room. Maybe we can find some information that'll help us in the conversation with that lieutenant I was talking about.
Range 5 will be closed for maintenance for the next 24 hours.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I think this is the last one.
Anomaly detected. Trace program in access granted.
Reminder. Due to the security lockdown, civilian visitors are not permitted in the offices.
Of course, if you don't want to upgrade your hacking in this playthrough like I am, you can use the multi-tools to hack the lieutenant's safes or safe.
Anomaly detected.
Sorry, yeah, it's just one safe.
Trace
he has.
program initiated. Anomaly detected. Access granted.
There we go. Okay, so we're just going to disable all these cameras so we can move a lot more freely. Move about more freely. Open that security door. And disable all alarm panels. Alright, that should help us out a lot. We got one shot left on this.
Reminder. Due to the security lockdown, civilian visitors
I'm actually
are
going
not
to do
permitted
a couple
in the
more
offices.
Tesla cartridges. And hope one of these guys, there we go. Okay, so now I can build 2 biocells, 2 multi-tools, or 1 of each if I need to. 8 coffee. Okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
There we go. And I got rid of the tranquilizer ammo, so that wasn't the smartest thing I've done in a while.
Anomaly detected. Trace access granted.
General message. Mr. Murray's concealed weapons craft has changed location and time. It will now be later in the week, in room 1290.
From the clock around the world. Tiger's news.
So I don't really see anything around here. It's gonna help me incriminate him, so I'm just gonna go up and talk to him. And if I can't convince him, I'll just go to the safe and do it and break in that way.
I remember too. Yes, yes, yes. Of course.
Okay, so let this conversation play out.
I've done absolutely everything in my power to keep you.
Lieutenant Whitaker?
I have to go. Something's come up. Who are you? How did you get into my office?
I'm with Interpol. We have reason to believe someone from Tarvos Security Services tampered with evidence at Ruzicka Station shortly after the terrorist attack occurred. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Interpol? What the hell are you talking about? How dare you accuse Tarvos of collaborating with terrorists?
I'm not accusing Tarvos of anything, yet. I came in here off the record to avoid making things more complicated.
I suppose I should appreciate that. But we are in the business of protecting things, Agent. Not covering them up.
Really? You might want to choose your next words carefully, Whitaker. Someone from this office corrupted in telecam recordings taken during the attack on the train station. Tell me who and why, or I'll arrest you for obstructing justice.
You'll arrest me? Well, you're the one who's trespassing. You bastard.
Chang, talking to Whitaker is not an option. I'm gonna search his office, see what I can find.
Okay, Jensen.
Simon, I can't.
Melissa, I don't have time for this. The goddamn train station's on fire.
I know. Your brother-in-law's the one who did it.
What?
I told you Ark was trying to recruit him. When the police find out it was Ivan, they'll come for me.
I can fix this. We've covered up things caught in camera before.
What?
Yeah, but they haven't accessed the stations are telling them data yet. I have to go. I have to do this now. I'll call you, Mel. I promise.
Okay, so we messed up
Chang,
the conversation.
make sure there's a metro train available for me at Terminal Station.
Obviously.
Did you find out who corrupted the footage?
I did better than that. I'll fill you in on the details back at HQ.
Before we leave the office, though, we're gonna go up here. We hit that switch under the desk there. Now we can get all that and the Praxis kit he had. And then I'll just keep those two in case I need them. What? His body disappeared. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So now all we gotta do is get out of here. And that's the end of the mission. I can't remember exactly how to convince him, and I didn't want to, you know, play it multiple times and try. But basically, I'm pretty sure through conversation you can convince him to give up the information for you. Instead of going and breaking in that safe like I did. But this mission really serves as an introduction to the Jensens stories. So I really don't, you know, think it's too big of a deal whichever way you do it. And as far as I know, I haven't killed anyone, but usually because if you get violent like this, it says you did kill someone, which I don't understand, you know what I mean? Because I've only used non-lethal items throughout this. I never, you know, so we'll find out what happens. And as soon as we get here, the mission's over. We'll go back to Monument and we'll talk to Chang, and the credits will roll, and that'll be the end of the mission. So if you want to just leave now, or if you leave before the credits start rolling, thanks for watching. And I hope you learned some stuff on how to do these. In the next video, I'll be playing the first DLC for Mankind Divided, called Desperate Measures, and that stars the return of Frank Pritchard from
Chang.
You got here quick. So let's have it, Jensen. Who's our bomber, and how the hell is Tarvos involved?
I found a recording of Whitaker and his sister. Her husband was recently recruited into ARC. He's the one who carried out the bombing. Probably just a pawn in all this. Someone who was easy to influence. Anyway, the lieutenant corrupted the footage to protect his sister from any backlash.
Great work, Jensen. You get into trouble? There are reports of a break-in at Tarvos.
There's a reason they call Tarvos the best private security company in the world.
Okay, so I believe if you sneak in, so I didn't kill anybody on that playthrough like it said, but I did get caught by alarms. So you know, if I was, you know, the conversation kind of throws me off too, because I'm trying to talk and play the game, so you know, it kind of throws your focus a little bit. I might get a little better as I do more of these videos. I don't believe I've done this. I may have done this without being caught or killing anyone, but as far as I remembered, it didn't. It just changed that last conversation there, where he's like, "Wow, I didn't even hear of a break-in," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm good," and then, you know, then it goes to the credits. So it really doesn't change much, but it does add that feel of like you're really doing it, and people are reacting to what you've done, as opposed to just, you know, you went to A, they say B, you do C, they do D, blah, and, you know, you just keep going 1, 2, and it's the same every time. So that's one unique thing about this. So anyways, like I said, I'll be doing Desperate Measures, the first DLC for Jensens Stories, on my next video. Enjoy watching the credits. Some really good people made this game. It's a great game. And I'll hopefully see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.